Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Now, in today's class, we discuss the first topic in the Unit 3, K-map method. Okay, K-map or Karen map. Karen map. The question is why we need K-map method. Why we need it. Okay, if you want to simplify a Boolean function, take any Boolean function. To simplify the Boolean function, we use Boolean algebra rules. Boolean algebra laws and rules. But using the Boolean algebra rules, simplifying the Boolean function is a time consuming process. Okay. With Boolean algebra rules, if we simplify the given Boolean function, it is time consuming process. So we looked for alternative method to simplify the given Boolean function, and that alternative method is K-map method. The alternative method to simplify Boolean function is K-map method. Okay, this is the name. Okay, to reduce the time in simplifying the Boolean function, we are using K-map method. And what is K-map? Okay, K-map is a diagram made up of square cells. Is a diagram made up with square cells. Made up with square cells. Okay. Where each square cell indicates a minterm, where each square cell indicates a minterm. Each square cell indicates a minterm square cell indicates a meter. Now, to use the K-map, okay, why we need it, what is K-map, and okay, this is important point you need to remember. To simplify a Boolean function with K-map, to simplify a Boolean function with K-map, that Boolean function should be in standard SOP or standard POS. That Boolean expression should be in standard SOP or standard POS. To simplify Boolean function with K-map. K-map, the expression should be in standard SOP or standard POS. Okay, these are the introduction points of the K-map. K-map full form is Karl map, and why we need it, because simplifying the given Boolean expression with Boolean algebra laws and rules will take some time. It is a time consuming process. So we use K-map to simplify the given Boolean function. And to simplify the given Boolean function with K-map, that expression should be in standard SOP or standard POS. And K-map is a diagram made up of with square cells. The square cells like this. With the square cells, where each square cell indicates a meter. Each square cell indicates a meter. Okay, this is the first topic in the unit 3. Before going into the second topic, okay, you need to understand the term cell adjacency. You need to understand this term cell adjacency. It is very important term. Okay. So in today's class we will discuss, we do not start the second topic, we discuss only cell adjacency. What is meant by cell adjacency and how to use it, we will see. Okay, this is the K-map introduction. Now, okay, cell adjacency. To understand the cell adjacency, first we need to understand K-map format. K-map format. To understand the cell adjacency, we need to understand K-map format. Okay, we have the K-maps, 2 variable K-map, 3 variable K-map, 4, 5, 6, so on. Okay, in our syllabus we are having up to 6 variable K-map. Okay, and when we use 2 variable K-map, 3 variable K-map, like that, if the Boolean expression contains 2 variables, we use two variable k-map. If a Boolean function is having only two variables, we use two variable k-map. If a Boolean function having three variables, we use three variable k-map. With a Boolean function having four variables, we use four variable like this. Okay, depending upon the number of variables in the given Boolean function, we choose the corresponding k-map. For example, a Boolean function is given like this. Okay, to simplify this expression, which which variable k-map we need to use? Okay, see, this left side is the output of the Boolean expression or the device, and the right side are the inputs. In the inputs, how many variables are there? We are having only two, x, y. So we can simplify this expression using two variable k-map. Okay. If there is a function is like this. So to simplify this expression, okay, which k-map we need to use? We need to use three variable k-map because we are having x, y, z, three variables. So we need to use the three variable k-map. Okay. First coming to the two variable k-map. Two variable k-map pattern is, okay, with two variables x comma y. Okay, how many minterms possible with two variables? With two variables, how many minterms possible? Okay, with two variables we have four combinations like x bar, y bar, x bar, y, x, y bar, x, y. Okay, these are the four different combinations possible with two variables. Here each combination is a minterm. Each combination is a minterm. So we have four minterms. In two variable k-map, we have four minterms. So the k-map having four square cells. Four square cells, and here at the corner we will write the inputs or the variables. We are having the variables x, y. At one side we will write x, at the other side we will write y. And here we will write the binary, corresponding binary values of x and y. X may take 0, x may take 1. Here also x may take 0, sorry, y may take 0, y may take 1. Okay. Generally, we write this series in gray code. Okay. This series we write in gray code. In gray code or binary, first two digits are same. First two digits are same. Okay. Now we have four minterms. What are the values of these minterms? Okay. Okay. When you are discussing about the minterm, variable indicated with 1, complement is indicated with 0. Okay, remember this one. When you are dealing with minterm, variable indicated with 1, complement indicated with 0. So this first x bar complement 0, y bar complement 0, x bar 0, y 1, x1 0, 1. Okay, you have these corresponding values. Okay, 0 0 we write it as m0, m1, 1 0, 1 0 nothing but 2, m3. Okay, so x bar y bar 0 0, this is the m0. Next 0 1, this is the m1, 1 0, m2, 1 1, m2. Okay, each square cell each square cell indicates one minterm. Each square cell indicates one minterm. This is the two variable K-map format. Two variable K-map format. In the two variable, how many combinations will get? Four combinations. Okay, x bar, x bar, y, like this. So we have four minterms. Okay, those minterms will be written here like this. Okay. Next. Okay, we'll come to the cell adjacency topic later. First, we will discuss about the formats. Three variable K-map. Three variable K-map format, how it will be, we will see. Three variables, we have x, y, z. X, y, z, we have 8 combinations. X, Y, Z, we will have the 8 combinations like x bar, y bar, z bar, x bar, y bar, z. Like this, we will have the 8 combinations x, y, z. If you substitute this, okay, these are all 8 minterms. With three variables, we have 8 minterms. Okay, maximum minterms in the Boolean expression. Okay, if you find out the value, x bar is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, like this, 1, 1, 1. So you will get m0, m1 up to m7. Okay, minterms you are having m0 to m7, and the format you can write in two ways. Okay, ma? Okay, at the corner you have to write the variables. Okay, how many variables we are having? We are having three variables. Okay, here two variables are there. So corner half side I have given one variable, left side I have given another variable. But here three variables I can't divide equally. I can't divide equally. So you can write first two variables at one side, or you can write x at one side and y at another side. Okay, ma'am? Corner we have to write the variables. Okay, here three variables are there. You can't divide three variables into two equal parts, so you can write either x y z like this or x y z. Okay, now here we need to write the x y corresponding gray code values. What is the gray code for the two variables? For the two variables, Gray gray code is 00 01 11 10. So write down those corresponding terms 00 01 11 10. For the Z, it is having only two values. Okay. Okay. This is the format of three variable kmat or x. X will take only either 0 or 1 value. Yj, you have to write in gray code. Gray code, the sequence is 00 01 11 10. Okay. You can use this format or this format. Okay. Format does not change the output end expression. Okay? It does not change the end expression. Whatever you use, you will get the same answer. Okay. Now, where to fill these midterms? M0, M1, M7, where to fill? So 000, X, Y, Z, this is M0. 001, M1, 010, M2, 11, M3, 110, M6, M7, M4, M5. These are the midterms. Okay, here also you can write the midterms 000, M0, M1, M3, M2, M4, M5, M7, M6. Okay. Now we came to know two variable k-map and three variable k-map format. Okay. Similarly, we will see the formats of four variable, five variable and six variable. We will see later. Okay. Because this is new topic to you, you may get confused. Okay. Now, four variable k-map format. With four variable, we have w, x, y, z. You can, okay, first we need to divide these variables at the corner, okay, because with this corner only we can build the squares. So two variables are there, you can divide into two halves, wx is one half, yz is another half. Okay. Now, write down the two variable gray code at this side. Here also write the two variable gray code. Okay. In the binary numbers, see the difference between binary and gray code. In binary, the number starts with 00, 01, 10, 11. But in gray code, 00, 01, 11, 10. This is the difference between normal binary code and gray code. In the K map, you need to write the values in gray code. Here on the table, right upsides, you have to write in the gray code. So the values will be 00, 01, 11, 10. Here also same thing 00, 01, 11, 10. Okay. Here four combinations are there. Here four combinations are there. So totally you will get 16 different square cells. Okay, 16 different square cells. Each square cell is a minterm. Okay. With four variable K map, we have 2 to the power of 4 minterms. With two variable K map, we have 2 to the power of 2 minterms. 2 to the power of 2 nothing but 4. With three variable, we have 2 to the power of 3 minterms. Now, here, okay, first identify the square cell. Okay, identify the square cell value. Okay, here 0 0 0 0 0 indicates 0 only. So this is M0 cell. Next 0 0 0 1, nothing but 1. So this is M1. Next 0 0 1 1, 0 0 1 1, nothing but 3. So this is M3 cell, minterm 3. This is minterm 2. Like this, you have to write the, okay, to which minterm the square cell belongs. Okay, 0 1 0 0, M4, M5, M7, M6, okay, M8, M9, M10, M11, M12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Now we came to know two variable K map format, three variable, four variable. Okay. Now here each minterm belongs to one square cell. Each minterm belongs to one square cell. Now cell adjacency. What is mean cell adjacency? Cell adjacency indicates, okay, if any two cells having change of one bit only, those are known as adjacent cells. If any two cells, if any two cells having change of one bit only, those are known as adjacent cells. We are, we due to some definition, we are able to find adjacent cells. But what is the use of adjacent cells? So these adjacent cells we can make as a group to reduce the Boolean expression. Okay, to reduce the given Boolean equation, adjacent cells we can make as a group. We can make as a group. Okay. Now we will see Okay, this is the adjacent cell definition. If any two cells having change of one bit only, those are known as adjacent cells. Now we will see. Okay. Now I am discussing about the two variable K map. I am discussing about the two variable K map M0 and comma M2. These two are adjacent cells or not? My question is, find out these two cells are adjacent cells or not. Okay. What is M0? M0 is equal to say x, y. What is the M0 value? X is 0, y is 0. M2. What is the x value and what is the y value? X value is 1, y value is 0. Now check the values of x and x, y and y. Okay, x is 0, x is 1, so 1 bit change. Okay, here x is 0, x is 1 bit change. Y is 0, y is 0. So here we have only 1 bit change between M0 and M2. So we can call this one as adjacent cells. We can call adjacent cells. If a single bit change between M0 and M2, these two are called adjacent cells. Now, can you tell me M0 comma M1 adjacent cells or not? M0 comma M1 adjacent cells or not? Yes or no? Can you post the answer in the chat box? These two are adjacent cells or not? M0 and M1. Okay, M0. What is the x value and what is the y value? M1 cell. M1 cell. What is the x value? What is the y value? Write down. M0 cell x value y value is 0 0. M1 cell x value 0, y value 1. Now look at the bit changes. How many bit changes? Okay. Previously we discussed about the distance between the two ports. Similarly here also, what is the distance between these two ports? Okay, 0 0 same, 0 1 differ. So there is 1 bit change between these two cells. So if there is a 1 bit change, these are called adjacent cell. If there is only 1 bit change, okay. Now, can you tell me M0 comma M3 adjacent cells are not? In two variable K map, M0 and M3 are adjacent cells or not? Okay, no, yes. Okay, now we will see M0. What is the corresponding x value and y value? X value is 0. M3 corresponding x value and y value 1 1. Now identify the bit change. X is 0 here, x is 1. So 1 bit change. Y is 0, y is 1. Another bit change. So 2 bit change. If there is only 1 bit change, those are called adjacent cells. These two are not adjacent cells. These two are not adjacent cells. Okay, Amma? Understand? Adjacency, cell adjacency. If there is a one bit change between any two square cells or any group of square cells, that is adjacency, cells adjacency. Now we will go with the three variable K-map. Okay. In three variable K-map, M0, comma M4. These two are adjacent cells or not. Okay. Use anything. Okay. Look, try to find answer with this type of format. You can use anything. In three variable K-map, M0, M4. Adjacent cells are not. Yes or no? Okay. M0 in three variable K-map, we have three variables x, y, z. M4 is also having three variables x, y, z. M0 0, 0, 0. M4 1, 0, 0. Now identify the bit changes. X is 0, x is 0, z is 0, z is 0. So there is only one bit change between M0, comma M4. There is only one bit change between M0, comma M4. So these two are adjacent cells. Similarly, try to find out M3, comma M6. These two are adjacent cells or not in three variable K-map. Example. Anyone post answer. M3, comma M6 adjacent cells are not in three variable K-map. Okay, this is M3 amount. This is M3, this is M6. Okay, what is the corresponding excited values of M3? M3 excited values are 0, 1, 0. What is M6 excited values? M6 excited values 1, 1, 0. Okay, M3 is 0, 1, 1. M6 is 1, 1, 0. See how many bit changes. X is 0, 1. So bit is changing. Y is 1, 1. Same. Z is 1, 0. Changing. So 2 bit change. If it is 2 bit change, these two are not non-adjacent cells. Not adjacent cells. Okay. Finally, we will go with the 4-variable K-map. Okay. In 4-variable K-map, can you tell me M1, M9? These two are adjacent cells or not? Okay. We have 4 variables W, X, Y, Z. Now tell me M1, M9 are adjacent cells or not? Okay, write down the corresponding values. I don't know what you are thinking. Okay, M1 is this one, this square cell. M9 is this square cell. Okay, adjacent cells. Okay, M1 is 0, 0, 0, 1. M9 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so 0, 0 is there, 0, 0 is there, 1, 1 is there. Okay, so there is only one bit change. Okay, same, differ. So differ means one bit change. If only one bit is differing, so these two are adjacent cells. Similarly, can you find M7, M15? Adjacent cells are not. And one more thing, M4, M8. In 4 variable K-map, find out these two are adjacent or not. M7, M15 adjacent. Correct. M4, M8 not adjacent. Correct. Okay. These two are not adjacent and these two are adjacent. Okay. While we are discussing one by one, 2 variable K-map, 3 variable K-map, so on, this cell adjacency plays major role. cell adjacency plays major role. Okay. Now, 5 variable K map, we can draw it into maze. Okay. 5 variable K map means V, W, X, Y, Z. We have 5 variables. At the corner, we need to divide into two halves. Okay, we can't divide into two halves. So you can write V, W, X at one side, Y, Z at the other side. V, W, X. So three variables. So you have to write 3-bit gray code. 3-bit gray code you write here. Here YJ only two variables. You have to write 2-bit gray code here. One side you have to write 3-bit code. Okay. What is the 3-bit gray code? 00, 01, 11, 10. So upper sides are 0. Okay. Okay. YJ. Okay. 2-bit gray code we know 01, 11, 10. Okay. 0100. This is M4. M12, M13, M14, M15, M8, M9, M10, M11, like this. Okay. M16, M17, M18, M19, M20, 21, 22, 23. Like this, we can write remaining also, but we'll take one problem here. Okay, I want to find out M23 comma M7 adjacent or not. M23, M7, I want to know these two cells are adjacent or not. Okay, can you find these two cells are adjacent or not? M23 is this cell, M7 is this cell. These two are adjacent cells or not. Adjacent means side by side. M7, M23 are adjacent. Yes, M23. What is the corresponding value? 101 cell value 10111. Sorry, this is M23. M7. Now identify the number of bits differ. 01 differ. Next 00, 11, 11. All are same. Only one bit differ. If there is a one bit differ, that is a adjacent cell. If one bit is differ, that is a adjacent cell. Okay or not? With this 3 variable, 4 variables, whatever it may be. Okay. Now try to find out M12, M10 adjacent cells are not. M12 is here, M10 is here. Okay. Write down the corresponding cell number, and check the number of bits differ. Okay. If you understand the cell adjacency correctly, you do not face any difficulty in K-map. You do not face any difficulty in the K-map. Okay. All of you try to give some answers. Try to post remaining people adjacent or not. This adjacency will be useful in simplifying the Boolean expression. Okay. That is how it is useful in simplifying. We will see in the next class when we are discussing each K-map individually. You can understand. 12 and 10 adjacent or not. Only 1% respond so far. M12 011 00, M10 010 10. Same, differ. Well, no need to go further. Okay. If the two bits are differ, these two are not adjacent cells. If only one bit is differ, those are adjacent cells. Okay. In today's class, we discussed about the K-map format: 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variable, 5 variable, and we discussed cell adjacency. Okay. Each cell is made up with a minterm. Each square made up with a minterm, and these squares are called adjacent cells if there is only one bit change. These square cells are called adjacent cells if there is only one bit change. Adjacent means don't consider these two should be side by side. Okay. If the cells are side by side, then only I call adjacent. That is not correct. Adjacency should be decided by number of bits, okay, change in the cells. Number of bits change in the cells. Okay. And in the interesting fact is you take any side, you can take any two side by side, M0, M4 adjacent, M4, M12 adjacent, like this. You take anything, adjacent cells are, okay, side by side cells are adjacent cells, M0, M4 adjacent, M4, M12 adjacent, M12, M8 adjacent in the 5 replicator, like this. You take any two side by side square cells, those are adjacent cells. Okay. Okay. Second topic is two variable K-map. How to simplify that? That we will see in the next class. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.
Sir.
Otherwise, it's English.
Sir.
చెప్పమ్మా.
సార్ మీరు అన్ని వీడియోస్ అప్లోడ్ చేశారా సార్ మాడ్యూల్ 2వి?
ఇప్పుడు ఒక్క క్లాస్ అప్లోడ్ చేయలేదమ్మా, మిగతా అంతా అప్లోడ్ అయిపోయింది.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓన్లీ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అనేది సెకండ్ యూనిట్లో ప్రాక్టీస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చేయలేదు, చేస్తామండి. మిగతా అంతా అప్లోడ్ అయిపోయింది.
ఓకే సార్.
I will do upload of this also. You can.
Okay sir.
Okay. Right.
Sir, sir module 3 exam की portion ఏంటి sir?
Remaining 2 topics in the module 2. Module 2 లో 2 టాపిక్స్ మిగిలిపోయాయి. ఆ 2 టాపిక్స్ తో పాటు up to 6 variable K-map maybe. You are having the exam on the 15th, I think. November 15th, 16th, I think.
Sir, timetable అయితే November 7th or 8th అని ఉంది సార్. సార్ మీ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. సార్ టైం టేబుల్ అయితే November 7th అలా ఉంది సార్.